Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light, Season of the Chosen, Guardian Games intel. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a very easy solo infinite legendary farm. This can be used to farm out multiple legendaries at one time, or at the moment, a fairly coveted PvE rocket launcher. I'm going to get to all that information in just one second, but first I just want to remind everybody, I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the post notifications, the bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those stack between all videos, so if you haven't done that on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Another great thing about this particular farm we're going to be discussing is because it is Guardian Games, and the place that we will be doing this farm, you can actually farm out tons of laurels at a time. Best done with a group, of course, but even if you're solo, it's a fairly good farm. Maybe not the best, but still fairly reasonable when it comes to volume of laurels. So as you can see, what we're doing is the hollowed layer strike. Now this is just the normal strike. And we're making use of a fairly old glitch that has returned. As you can see here, after the boss kill, once the chest spawns and opens, you can actually kill yourself, generally with a rocket launcher, and you will respawn right before the encounter actually ended, while still acquiring the loot. Now the timing is everything with this. You have to make sure that you kill yourself before the loot actually jumps out of the chest, but after it has actually opened. So as soon as the chest opens, that's when you blow yourself up. Once the loot has spawned, it is too late. You'll have to redo the encounter all over again. But because it is just a normal strike, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. If done right, you can do this encounter over and over again. Like I said, because it is a normal strike, it is a fairly easy boss kill. So have at it. Now, the way we're going to be doing this solo, if you don't have a group to run with, and if doing this in matchmaking is just too daunting because every single time you try to kill yourself, the people just complete the encounter. I've been there. You're going to have to try to solo queue, and there's several ways you can do this depending on what platform you're playing on. I was playing on an Xbox at the time I recorded these clips, which is probably the most difficult place to actually try to solo queue. On the PS4 or the PS5, it's actually much easier. All you have to do is set your time ahead. So maybe set several months ahead of the actual time that it is. It used to be that you'd set the time back, but now you actually set the time forward. That'll be all you need to do, and you'll be able to solo queue fairly easily. On the PC, simple thing also of just resetting your time zone, that should do it. Usually try to set your time zone 12 hours either ahead or behind where you are. So if you're for example, on the west coast of the States, maybe try to set your time zone that you're entering somewhere in Europe, maybe. Or maybe in Japan, because it doesn't seem like a lot of people actually play this game in Japan. That always seems to work for me on PC. I'm on the east coast of the States. So if you're in Europe, maybe set your time zone for the west coast of the United States. I'm not totally sure, but somewhere just generally far away from you will work. On the Xbox, however, it's a little bit more tricky. You will have to make use of the time zone reset. I set mine for Fiji in this case, just because I didn't think there'd be a lot of people playing in that area, especially at the time that I was actually recording this. But that's not all. For some reason, no matter what the time zone is, you will still get match made in. I think it's just the way the Xbox works. But if you comboed that with lowering your power level to as close to about 1100 as possible, you should be able, or at least I was able, to matchmake by myself solo every single time. Now, the way I did this was I went to my collections tab and I pulled out a set of leveling gear. That is the white set of gear that should be there at about 1100. There is also a class item that should be at 20 power that should be available to you through the collections. Now, I don't know if this is available to everybody. As I've been playing Destiny for so long, there might be certain things in my inventory that have just been grandfathered in, but I believe this should be for everyone, even the newer players, maybe even the new light players. That one class item is going to lower your power so much that you might not even need to acquire any of the other white level gear. Now, if that class item that is 20 power is not available, then you are going to have to buy some of that 1100 power armor. You shouldn't have to do anything with the weapons, though. Keep your weapons as powerful as you can have them. You're going to need them. And I will say, if all of your armor is white, though you will definitely get a solo queue, you might actually still die in this fairly easily, even though it is a normal strike. I have found, though, that if you just had the one bond with normal armor equipped, because that one bond was only 20 power, it would lower you to about, I think in my case it was 1138 about. THX 1138, shout out. But that alone was able to do two things. One, allowed me to solo queue, and also I was able to defeat the enemies in the encounter very easily. It made a big difference because I was able to keep all my other armor, normal armor, equipped and just change out my class item. I had all my weapons equipped, but like I said, if you don't have that class item, you will have to maybe mix and match with some of that white leveling gear, maybe at least 2 pieces, and keep a couple of things that let you keep good buffs maybe, or recharge time of normal armor, that is, and obviously keep all your weapons. But those two things together allowed me to solo queue in very regularly. Now, you also will have to keep those items that keep your power low through the entirety of the encounter if you are doing this solo. If you're doing this with a group, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to make sure that you kill yourself at the chest at the right time. But if I noticed that I had tried a few times where I would load into the encounter solo, go through it so far, and then try to equip my normal gear later on, and for some reason that would always add players to the queue. As soon as I was a little bit higher light, it would queue them in to me, usually right at the boss encounter, so that was a little annoying. But like I said, another thing that seems to be happening, not only if this is done right will you get to redo the encounter, but for some reason there seems to be triple drops happening. Sometimes I was able to get 3 legendaries at once. I don't know if that was because I was dead before the legendaries popped out of the chest or what. That might be a glitch. That just might be something that's actually going on with normal strikes now, but I was able to sometimes get 3 legendaries at once. And if you're doing it right, you can possibly acquire this weapon, the Royal Entry. This was that PvE rocket launcher that I was talking about earlier that is available through any of the strikes. I believe it's any of the strikes. And this can roll with Clown Cartridge, which I know is fairly sought after meta PvE at the moment. So maybe you can get your hands on that, or maybe just some extra legendaries for mats or what have you. I can't imagine a lot of people are really hard up for legendary shards at the moment, seeing as how there was that huge farm the other day through Eva Levant. But maybe you missed out on that. In either case, I feel like they might patch this fairly soon, because I'm sure that this is not the way they want it functioning, Bungie that is. But it's around for at least a week, I'm going to say, till there's some server maintenance maybe. I don't know why this glitch returned. It was around, like I said, many years ago now, I guess. It was like maybe 2 years ago this was a thing that we were doing. And then it got fixed, and now it's back. So have fun with it while you can. Thank you all so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you've made it this far, leave a hashtag Guardian Games or a hashtag Beyond Light or a hashtag Season of the Chosen in the comments section down below. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream, of course. We will see you in the next video. Little.